Go on, have a look.
I've got to focus.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Of course it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of... things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done.
Methinks we can move this boulder if we work together.
Oh, push this here.
Battle is upon us! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Come to think of it,
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
not good enough. That's a cavern entrance, I espy.
Shall we make our way over to it?
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
At last! A chance to use this.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Naught spurs the imagination like places yet unvisited.
A retreat may be in order, depending on what makes this its lair.
Don't see that every day. I imagine my master would faint were I to return beyond the rift with it.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. Well done! You truly are formidable, Arisen.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on? I shan't let them off.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it. I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Am I properly equipped for this situation? Later, I want to find a new weapon.
What are you doing? I cannot fall to balance.
How would you like to take care of the remainder?
Splendid.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? Have you forgotten? Something arisen? You're looking rather lost. Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
It appears we found a ballista.
'Tis not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine 'twould be most beneficial. 'Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness. Holy attacks will serve us well here.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
It isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labours.
My sword strikes true!
How are we to get through this door?
A friendly face at last. I cannot thank you enough for your aid, sir.
If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you be willing to accompany me to the cenotaph and safeguard me from harm? I fear there are none else to whom I can turn, and if this is not done, the road through these grounds shall fore'er remain impassable. Pray, will you lend me your aid?
Oh, thank you. I am in your care, sir.
We are to safeguard.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I... altar is now invisible in this gloom. No few times have I known the holy steps soak my boots. I grant you roaring flame.
I'll get that for you.
Oh, it wasn't an easy journey, but here we are at last. All that remains is to ring the bell. I only pray it works.
Oh no. The grimoire appears to be missing.
Without it, this is a mere bell. It can do naught to hold the magics at work here.
Sir, if you happen to spy the missing grimoire on your travels, would you bring it here to me?
I cannot fulfill my duty without it.
Could it be? Have you found the missing grimoire?
You're a wonder, sir. I'll see to the right presently.
That should do it, eh? Alt seems to be well.
My humblest thanks, sir. I swear I'll never shirk this sacred duty again.
I'd fain reward you for your aid. Heaven knows you've earned it. But I fear times have been rather tough on me. Oh, perhaps you'd accept this key for your troubles. I happened upon it on our way here. I suppose it must unlock something on this battleground, though I confess I know not what. Still, surely it must be grand, as the key is of such ornate make. I pray it is to your liking, sir.
Gross. Dark.
'Tis good to see that you are well.
My fate is sealed.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
We ought to put it to good use.
Strike hard enough, and we might not have to do this twice.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Understood. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. On my way. Prepare yourself. Worthy of caution. Won't say our best will do.
It is easily done.
So close a call offers no solace in victory.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversity.
Well now, you've a keen eye. Hey, this is why I shall never tire of our adventures. Tis a strange sort that ventures willingly into darkness. Excellent! Just what I was hoping for.
Be ready! Our foes are armed! I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Feast your eyes on this!
No. An attack from unexpected quarters. Pray be careful, Arisen.
Master, are you unharmed?
At once, Master. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Understood. I shall proceed ahead. We are under attack! I grant you roaring flame.
This material can be used to enhance equipment, and is a rarity besides.
I dare say the quandary of what to do with it is half the joy.
Your magic aid disappeared. Great. Cast it anew. I'll combine my magic with yours. You might cast the spell more quickly.
You'll not live to regret this!
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
I'm not quite as nimble as I'd like to be, but I suppose that's what I get for carrying so many things.
Let my magics grant you an elemental gift. say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Right you are.
Let's use this.
I grant you fire and flame. As well. This battle is happening! We can ill afford to rush headlong into battle. Let us watch our foe carefully to determine our best strategy here.
It is imperative we knock our foe to the ground.
Much obliged.
Never you fret. We all have our moments.
Lightning is ineffective against this foe.
We shall just have to find another way to stop it.
'Twas well worth the effort in both of it. Let me get that.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
We'll never get anywhere. Rest.
It is enough to make camp only when we need it. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Good enough! Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry some things for you.
I grant you roaring flame. What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I have a feeling 'twill be worth the climb.
We'll need to work together if we're to see this done. Shall I assist? Care to feel the wind on your face? Jump up and I'll send you flying. Just how full is that pack of yours?
Hold still. 'Twill be over in a moment.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I can scarcely see a thing in the smoke.
Another dogged adventurer come to take my life. Many have tried, and as you can plainly see, all have failed. I would abandon any such fool ideas if I were you. After all, that which is won by brute force is apt to be lost to the same. Perhaps I might interest you in a game of wits instead. I set before you a simple task. Solve my riddles to satisfaction. Should your answers please me, I will bestow upon you the contents of yon chests. I trust I have your attention? If so, take your place and we shall begin.
The Sphinx's riddles are designed to baffle and confuse. I fear we pawns can be of little aid here, Master.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
Your resolve is commendable. The fool beholds a sage in the mirror. The sage a fool. Which is it you see, I wonder? Our eyes are our allies. Yet oft do they betray, for eyes tell lies. So I advise, and thence do lead astray. Yet, how will your eyes advise you? Venture through yonder door, and retrieve that which is of greatest value.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Come, let me grant you wings!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Have been lost in the throes of battle. Yet we put up a brave fight, and here we stand.
Fortune favors us, 'twould seem.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but the pawns in this party are women all. It is a blatant trap, and best ignored. 'Twould be foolish to invite undue risk upon ourselves.
Indeed. One never can be too cautious.
The ogre is distracted with a woman in sight. If we're to strike, now is our best chance. You must make haste!
Then I shall remain by your side. I grant you fire's blade. Use it well.
fond of picking things up, aren't you?
I have but 2 words for that performance. Utter perfection. Once more.
Oh, look! Full of rare materials yonder.
Just waiting to be harvested. Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
This is Hobgoblin!
Come to test your wits. Yet, how will your eyes advise you? Venture through yonder door and retrieve that which is of greatest value. So, this is your choice? The greatest worth your eyes descried? Indeed, this is what I sought. Your eyes see true. No greater worth can there be than that found in simplicity. As promised, I shall bestow upon you a prize. Collect it from yon chest and take this file too. Its purpose I shan't divulge. How you use it is up to you.
Outstanding. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
The sun has yet to set. We could rest here now or press on a while longer.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Listen, you are full of surprises. I look forward to informing my own master of that strategy.
Now that is a surprise.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look. Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught. Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Most impressive, Master.
Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
A resounding success.
I grant you roaring flame.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
'Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness.
Now here's out of interest. A ballista.
It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
'Tis a hobgoblin!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
Sunset draws near.
Where we do not fall prey to enemy ambush.
When does my watch shine?
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here...
We must rest. Though the sun is...
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
This ox cart's bound for Vern. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
What am I supposed to do about it? You best make your... What am I supposed to do about
Ox carts make for...
Are you trying to
Come
piss
on
me
then!
off?
Fire!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Not bad.
You're gonna regret that!
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but... feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
there's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone?
Very well. I shall return. Medicine? Medicine! 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 Now! Now! Now!
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Tell Liz, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeard for them. I do hope naught befalls Lubin.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
This might contain useful information. A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
We run everywhere. You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis as you say.
I fear I must attend to my prayers.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
At once, Master.
Might I beg but a moment of your time? This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
I fear I've much to attend to.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk out of here in good health.
Can't you go somewhere else?
I end up feeling...
One day, I'm going to have proper raiment.
Yeah? What is it?
Are you here by appointment?
Do not approach me. Might I beg but a moment of your time?
I have noticed that the Abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
What troubles fester in the people's hearts?
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good. Pleasure doing business with you.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce. I must ask you not to disturb them, for your sake as much as theirs.
Blessed be the heavens.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Splendid.
I need it. I need it. I need more medicine!
Oh, someone help me.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
You have my support.
Every day.
I know so little of this world and of myself.
Life can be tiring even if you've no... How do I wind up here anyhow?
I've not the patience to deal with you just now.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Elena? Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter. and always a knight, as I recall.
Is it true you're the Arisen?
How can he be so cold? Where are we to go if not our own home?
You fond of those eyes? Keep them to yourself.
Do be quick. I fear my time is in short.
You want something? Spit it out or piss off.
My bed boots. As sharp as their style.
Naught to look forward to, but
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
That's odd.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, do not forget that we work to...
Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
Still not
My
come.
prayers will surely be rewarded in here.
Quiet, but I like it.
Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, Perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
Quiet, but I like it here.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room. I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Ratcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
I quite agree.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you... I have noticed that the abbess goes out every...
I find such solace in prayer.
Dead on my feet.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home. All that fuss and nary a coin for Showful.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Need anything?
Apologies, but...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox cart's bound for the... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
One of us has been drenched.
Oh, not...
Are you alright?
That was superb, Arisen.
I'm not taking any...
Wolves draw near.
It's this way.
and I shall remain by your side. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Focus your strength, Arisen! Challenge if I ever saw one. This will be over in moments.
Right you are.
Another enemy force has come to assist. We ought to have finished off the first one sooner.
That was hard won.
We were overconfident in our abilities. It is a painful reminder that fortune will not always favour us.
Seems my luck's run out. No thanks. I'll get you for that.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Not good enough!
I grant you roaring flame.
Constructing a bridge so grand is a glorious feat indeed.
It must be very old. I wonder when it was built.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
There's no harm in
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
will this take long? Aye. In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later. What is it? I've not had the time.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Need anything? The wise are as discerning as time Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing. Worse still, it has addictive... I say patient...
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Ox carts make for relatively safe...
This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Consarn it.
My fate is sealed.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I'll combine my magic with yours to dispel Hobgoblin!
How dare!
Where are you going?
Some of the basics.
number on my shoulders.
I can't wait to see
I've trained for this. I'm sure I can handle this. Not much going on.
lot of arses round here with sticks lodged up them.
Why must this suffer so blessed be we servants of
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be moved to the basement sick room. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health, I'm sure of it.
Chaos in the world begins with
Pray, keep your voice. Slow.
Not my kind of smoke. To live this way anyway.
I can proceed no further.
I don't like the sight of
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
This might contain useful information.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Oh, sir, if you please, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
what should I get up to today?
Aye. Is there aught you require, sir?
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
It's just so dull when there's nothing doing.
There's no telling what could happen. I ought to have enough
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine...
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then we'd best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering and make them an ally to our cause.
The patients in this room must... The patients in this room must not be disturbed.
Oh, some...
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the Abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
What business have you here?
I'd sooner stay out of that where it's possible. Would that all my...
Shall we visit the manor, as the maid bid? Pray, allow me...
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there. At once, Master.
Hi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
I must confess, I'm rather...
Lead on!
Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Sebastian? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Always sets me to thinking.
Gotta crack a few skulls if you want to be topped off.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me. That tyrannical Sir Ludolf thinks he can do whatever he likes. And, well, mayhap he's right. He had the Watchhead himself sent off to fell a Dullahan.
Rounds make for easy pickings.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
All that fuss and nary a coin to show for it.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Still looking?
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away. I hear the safest...
Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation?
I hear the safest way...
Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Perhaps there is aught else that would aid the young master. It cannot hurt to ask.
Not much going on. When does my watch end?
I suppose I best earn my keep.
Would all my days were so tranquil.
Feel a bit out of place here.
Time to be heading home.
Bit bland. What can I throw in?
My stomach's growling.
Call it this morning. Time to head to market, you think?
Will someone do aught about this?
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
I hear the safest way...
Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot.
Very well. I shall go on ahead.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both? The lands are... 'Tis not only poison the...
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
No easy answers. Fancy a little more quick.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Need anything? Stop by again soon. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Many thanks.
Best check my stock before it goes long as you
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Now here's a welcome sight.
At once, Master.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Try all I might. I can't win.
I'm more cunning than I know how to swim.
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? Understood. I shall proceed ahead.
Home at last.
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
I cannot say.
To think the lady here has been supporting the Gracious Hand for so long. And are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to tell everybody at the Gracious Hand that I met the lady who gave us the book with the pretty flower. Nice to see you again.
'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound. I only hope the blues...
What's going on?
Doesn't seem right, this.
I'm afraid not.
I took you for a kinder sort than that.
I've naught to say to the likes of you.
Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that. Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
Are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to